Okay, so this is the Unit 2 review, which we have a test on Tuesday, September 22nd. So we're going to walk through some of these problems together, and hopefully this helps. Now remember, you'll be given all of the formulas on your test, so you just need to know how to use them. Okay, so first of all, it says write the equation in slope-intercept form. Okay, so on your formula sheet, you'll have slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. All right, now our other formulas that we have our basic formula for just slope. Okay, so if I was given two coordinate points and I needed to find the slope, this is what I would use. All right, and then I also have point slope. And this one you use when you're given a slope and a point, or if you're trying to get to y equals mx plus b and you don't have the b, then we're going to use point slope. Okay, so on the first one it says passes through the point 1, 2 with a slope of 7. Okay, so immediately I notice I have a point and I have a slope. So I'm going to use point slope. Okay, so this is x1, y1, and this is m. All right, so I'm going to fill that out. Y minus y1, which is 2, equals m, 7, times x minus x1, which is 1. Okay, now I've plugged it into point slope. I want to simplify it to slope-intercept form. So I want the y by itself. Okay, so really there's just two steps here. I want to distribute the 7. So this becomes y minus 2 equals 7x minus 7. And then I'm going to add the 2 over. So y equals 7x minus 5. Okay, I have y by itself, and then I have my mx, and then there's my b. Okay, number 2 passes through 4, 2, and 8, negative 1. So here I have two coordinate points. If I tried to go straight to point slope right here, I wouldn't be able to because I don't have the slope. So this is where it takes a little bit extra work. I want to find the slope first, which means I have to use this formula right here. So I'm going to do m equals, now I'm going to label these. So x1, y1, x2, y2. So y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So negative 3 over 4. That is now my m. So I'm going to use my slope, and you can use either point. I'm going to use the first point, and I'm going to plug it into point slope. So I have y minus y1, which is 2, equals negative 3/4 times x minus 4. Okay, again, we want to simplify it to slope-intercept form. So I'm going to distribute the negative 3/4. Y minus 2 equals negative 3/4 x plus, if you put this in the calculator, make sure you put negative 3/4 times negative 4. It's going to be positive 3. So then, I'm not done yet. I want to add 2 to the right-hand side. So y equals negative 3/4 x plus 5. Okay, number 3. I have an x-intercept. Now, when you see x and y-intercepts, I want you to write them immediately as points. Okay, x-intercept means the y value is 0. Y-intercept means the x value is 0. Okay, so again, just like the one before, I have two coordinate points. I want to find the slope. So m equals y2. If you want to label these, do that. x1, y1, x2, y2. So m equals 4 minus 0 over 0 minus negative 1/2. Okay, be careful on this one because there's that weird fraction. So this would be 4 over, this becomes 0 plus 1/2. And if you put 4 divided by 1/2 in your calculator, you should get 8. So there's a slope of 8 on this one. Now I have my m, and I have a point. I can go into point slope. Now, some of you might already notice that you have the y-intercept, which means I can go straight to y equals mx plus b. So I could go to y equals 8x, my y-intercept is 4. Now, if you didn't get that and how I did that, that's okay. You can always plug it into point slope. All right, so if I plug it into point slope, I would have y minus, I'm going to use the second point this time. Actually, no, I'll stick with the first one. Y minus 0 equals m, which is 8, times x minus a negative 1/2. So then that's y minus 0 is just y, and I distribute the 8x. Now be careful here. This becomes positive. So it's 8 times positive 1/2, which is plus 4, and it's the same thing. Okay, so it works both ways. Okay, number 4 and 5. We have perpendicular and we have parallel. Okay, if I have parallel lines, the slope is the same. Okay, so that means that if the slope of this line, when I look at this, I see slope is -1, I'm going to use that slope and this point, and I'm going to plug it into point slope. But perpendicular slopes are opposite reciprocals. Okay, so when I look at this slope, I see this is 5/1, which means my new slope, I need to flip that, 1/5, and it becomes negative. Okay, so let's start up here. This is x1, y1. So I'm going to go to point slope. Y minus -4 equals -1/5 times x minus 4. All right, before I distribute, I'm going to simplify this. It becomes y plus 4 equals -1/5 times x minus 4. Okay, so I want to distribute the -1/5 here and here. So now we have y plus 4 equals -1/5 x plus plus 4/5. Okay, remember I'm getting y by itself, so I'm going to subtract 4 to both sides. So my final answer would be y equals -1/5 x. This becomes over 5, -20, so -16/5. Okay, now when you look at this one, this was already in y equals mx plus b form. If it's not, let's say it was something like 2y equals 3x minus 4. The slope is not 3. You have to divide by 2 first, and then you can get the slope. Okay, so make sure you pay attention to that. Okay, number 5. So same thing, we said it was parallel, so I'm going to use this exact slope, endpoint slope. So y minus 4, remember x1, y1, equals m times x minus -1. So y minus 4 equals -1 times x plus 1, and now I can distribute. Y minus 4 equals, distribute the -1, so -x minus 1, and then I want to add the 4 over. Y equals -x plus 3. Okay, number 6, find the x and y intercept of the line. So if I want to find the x-intercept, I plug in 0 to the opposite variable. So I want to plug in 0 to the y. So x equals 3 times 0 plus 6. 3 times 0 is just 0, so that's gone. X equals 6. Do not leave your answer like this. We write it as a coordinate point, 6, 0. Okay, the y-intercept. Now I plug in 0 for the opposite. So 0 equals 3y plus 6. Well, this is weird because I have 0 over here. Just subtract the 6 over. I want to solve for y. So -6 equals 3y. Divide by 3. So y equals -2. Don't leave your answer like that. So this one is 0, -2. So there's the y-intercept, and there's the x-intercept. Okay, number 7, write the equation for the given graph. So again, I'm writing an equation in y equals mx plus b form. I need 2 things, the slope and the y-intercept. The y-intercept is here at 4, So that's my b. So I know I have plus 4. Now let's find the slope. So I need to find another point that's exactly on the cross. So there is that. So now let's find the slope. Down 1, 2, 3, that's -3. And over 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 4. So that's going to be a -3 over 4 for my slope. So y equals -3 over 4x plus 4. Okay, number 8. Identify the slope, the domain, and the range for the line x equals 3. So let's look at x equals 3. Here's my x-axis and here's my y. Since it says x equals, that goes through the x-axis at 3. So there's my line. Okay, so this is a vertical line. The slope of a vertical line is undefined. Slope of a vertical line is undefined. The domain. Now this one's kind of weird. Because it's a vertical line, the domain is just 3. So you do the squiggle brackets and then you do 3. The range is all real numbers because it goes negative infinity to infinity. So now let's do the other one. Let's look at y equals. So y equals -6. So here's -6. So the slope. When you have a horizontal line, you have a slope of 0. So the slope equals 0. The domain, this one's going forever to the left and forever to the right. So this one is going to be all real numbers for the domain. But for the range, it's only going through that one y value. So this one is -6. Number 10, determine whether the lines are parallel, which means same slope, perpendicular, opposite reciprocal slope, or neither. Justify your answer. So don't just tell me parallel or perpendicular or neither. I'm not going to give you credit for that. Okay, so on the first line, this one's already in y equals mx plus b form. So the slope here is 2. M equals 2. Okay, now this one I have to get in slope-intercept form. So I'm going to divide each piece by 2. Y equals 2x plus 3. So now here's my slope, m equals 2. Because the slopes are the same, these lines are parallel. Okay, number 11, let's do it again. So I'm going to do this one first. Let's get y by itself, plus 3x. So y equals 3x minus 8. So our slope is 3. Then this one, I'm going to subtract x. 3y equals -x plus 6. Divide each piece by 3. Y equals -1/3 x plus 2. So here's my slope. Okay, one's negative, one's positive. So I'm on the track of being perpendicular. This one's 1/3. Now this one, remember, a whole number is just 3/1. So there they are, opposite and reciprocal. So perpendicular. Okay, number 12, identify the transformation. So here, when it's inside, it moves left and right, but it does opposite of what you think. So since this is +1, it moves to the left 1, and out here is up and down. So this moves down 4. Okay, so let's graph that. Left 1, and down 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, then I go up 1, over 1 in both directions. All right, the vertex is just where is this point at? So this point is at -1, -4. That's all that is. The vertex is just this coordinate point. Domain, all real numbers. The domain is always all real numbers for an absolute value function. The range, I'm going to go from the bottom to the top. So the lowest y value is -4, and it goes up to infinity. Number 13, so now we're going to write the equation. Okay, so I'm going to start with my parent function, f of x equals absolute value of x. Okay, it goes left 3. When it goes left 3, that goes on the inside, but remember, it does opposite of what you think. So opposite would be plus 3. It goes up 6, so up is positive on the outside. And then a vertical stretch by a factor of 2, and that goes in front. So f of x equals 2 times absolute value of x plus 3 plus 6. Now 14, they give you a graph, so let's look at this one. Let's first start here with the vertex. So I have to go left 2. So since I go left 2, that's going to go on the inside, and it's opposite, so plus 2. Then up 1, 2, 3. So since it goes up 3, that goes on the outside. And they still go down 1 over 1, but because it's reflected, there's a negative in front. So this one's f of x equals negative absolute value x plus 2 plus 3. Number 15, graph. So in order to graph this, I have to have it in y equals mx plus b. So I'm going to subtract 2x. Negative 3y equals negative 2x plus 18. Divide by negative 3 on everything. So y equals 2 negatives make a positive. 2/3 x. This is positive 18 divided by negative 3 is negative 6. So I go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's where I start. Negative 6 on the y-axis. My slope is 2/3, so up 2 over 3. Up 2 over 3. Up 2 over 3. And I'm going to go a couple down. Down 2, left 3. Down 2, left 3. There's my line. Okay, number 16. First thing I notice is I have an inequality. Okay, an inequality, because it has the equal sign underneath it, it's going to be a solid line. Alright, so let's get y by itself. I'm going to subtract 8x to both sides. So 6y is greater than or equal to negative 8x plus 24. Everything gets divided by 6. So y is greater than or equal to. This reduces to negative 4/3 x plus 24 divided by 6 is 4. Okay, so let's graph that. Up 1, 2, 3, 4. My slope is negative 4 over 3, so I'm going to go down 4 and over 3. Down 4 over 3. And then up 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Okay, since the equal sign's there, it's a solid line. If the equal sign wasn't there, if it was just a greater than symbol, then this would be dashed. Okay, now I have to shade one side or the other. So I'm going to plug in, you can plug in any point you want. I'm going to pick 0, 0. So I put 0 into the y and 0 into the x. 0 times negative 4/3 is 0. So 0 is greater than or equal to 4. Is this true or false? 0 is not greater than 4. So it's false, which means 0, 0 is not a solution. So here's 0, 0. That means that this whole side is not a solution. So I jump to the other side. Everything over here is a solution. Okay, and if you don't know, if you're still unsure, take a point in the shaded area. So you can take like 5, 2. You can plug that point into the x and y and see if it works. All right, number 17, we want to solve. So I need to get the absolute value by itself first. Isolate the absolute value. So absolute value of n divided by 3 equals 6. Once it's isolated, split it up into two equations. N over 3 equals positive 6, and n over 3 equals negative 6. To solve for n, because it's being divided, I'm going to multiply by 3. So n equals 18. Same thing over here. Multiply by 3, n equals negative 18. Number 18. The absolute value is already by itself, so let's split it up. 5x minus 4 equals 16. 5x minus 4 equals negative 16. Solve for x. Add 4 on both sides. 5x equals 20. Divide by 5, x equals 4. Same thing over here. Add 4 to both sides. 5x equals negative 12. Divide by 5, x equals negative 12 over 5. If you get a weird answer like this, let's plug that in and make sure that works. Let me grab a calculator. Okay, you can do this for any answer on this equation. There's no point in getting it wrong because you didn't check your answer. Okay, so I'm going to plug in, there we go. I'm going to do this negative 12 fifths. I'm going to put it into the x right here. So first thing I need is the absolute value. So you press math, right here, math, arrow to the right to the NUM, and it's this first one, ABS. There's my absolute value. Okay, I'm going to put the 5 in. So I have 5, and I want to multiply the 5 by this fraction. So I'm going to input the fraction, negative 12 over 5, and then I have minus 4. Okay, that's all I have to put. There's nothing before or after, and that equals 16. Okay, so I got 16. So you can do that for any of these. Number 19. First thing I want to do is subtract 8. We want to isolate the absolute value. Do not do the 3 first, because if you guys do the 3 first, a lot of you are messing that up. So subtract the 8 first. Now I divide by 3. So absolute value of 8x equals 72 divided by 3, 24. Okay, absolute value is isolated. Let's split it up. 8x equals 24. 8x equals negative 24. Divide by 8. X equals 3. Divide by 8. X equals negative 3. Number 20. I want to get the absolute value by itself. Multiply by 5 on both sides. This 5 goes away. Do not distribute it into here. So absolute value of 2x plus 4 equals 10. Now it's isolated, so I split it up. 2x plus 4 equals 10. 2x plus 4 equals negative 10. Subtract 4. Divide by 2. X equals 3. Same thing over here. Subtract 4. 2x equals negative 14. Divide by 2. X equals negative 7. Okay, and then the last 4. Now we're doing inequality. So similar. The absolute value is isolated. So I split it up. X plus 3 is less than 8. Well, when I split this one up, I'm going to change the sign. X plus 3 greater than negative 8. Subtract 3. X is less than 5. Subtract 3. X is greater than negative 11. So I'm going to graph that. Negative 11, 0, 5. So at negative 11, it's an open circle going to the right. And at 5, it's an open circle going to the left. When they meet in the middle like this is an and statement. So we write our answer together. Negative 11 less than x, which is less than 5. Number 22. We want to isolate the absolute value before we split it up. So subtract 6. So now I have it isolated. So then I can split it up. B minus 8 is greater than 4. B minus 8 is less than negative 4. Add 8. B is greater than 12. Add 8. B is less than 4. Let's graph that. So I have 4 and 12. Open circle at 4 going to the right. Open circle at 12 going to the right. When it's split like this is an OR statement. I just have to put or in the middle, and there's my answer. Number 23, I need to subtract the 2 first. So absolute value of 3 plus r over 7 is less than or equal to 3. Multiply by 7 on both sides. This 7's gone, so absolute value of 3 plus r is less than or equal to 21. So now split that up. 3 plus r is less than or equal to 21. 3 plus r is greater than or equal to negative 21. Flip the sign. Solve for r. Minus 3. R is less than or equal to 18. Subtract the 3. R is greater than or equal to negative 24. Okay, graph that. I'm running out of room here. Negative 24, 0, and 18. So closed circle at negative 24 going to the right. Closed circle at 18 going to the left. So this is an and statement. So I'll put my answer up here. Negative 24 is less than or equal to x, which is less than or equal to 18. And number 24, divide by 3. So n plus 2 is less than 8, and then split it up. N plus 2 is less than 8. N plus 2 is greater than negative 8. Subtract 2. So n is less than 6. And n is greater than negative 10. Negative 10, 0, and 6. So open circle at negative 10 going to the right. Open circle at 6 going to the left. So that's an and statement. So I want to put it together. Negative 10 is less than x, which is less than 6.